This is my exact process on how I help clients save on taxes in retirement. Taxes are likely going to be one of your biggest, if not your biggest, expense in retirement. And although you may want to be patriotic, I do not want you to have to pay any more in taxes than you need to. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what is so often overlooked in the financial planning industry, which is known as tax planning. So let's hop right into it. As a reminder, I'm Taublieb. I am a financial planner, and I am the youngest financial planner who loves retirement planning. This is what I do. So let's hop right in. And what I always like to let clients know when they reach out is sometimes they'll say, Ari, I don't know how I feel when you ask me to upload my tax return. And I will say, I completely understand that. I know there's sensitive information on that tax return. And to them, I'm just a stranger at this point. And here's what I kindly tell them. I go, is it okay, prospect, if I help you understand exactly how to not overpay in retirement? And they go, of course. I don't need the social security number. I don't need any personal information at all. If you don't want to upload your social security number or your address, that is perfectly fine with me. I want the core data to show you how I can save you taxes in retirement. And here's exactly how I do that. Once I have that tax return, we have a software that we go through with clients, and we show them exactly what you're paying today, what tax bracket you're going to be in the future, and then of course what we can do in the middle there to make sure we minimize our tax bill. So often, let me hear if a conversation went something like this. And I'm just going to do this for an example here, but sometimes people say, hi financial advisor, can you help me save on taxes? And they'll say, great, I'd love to do that, but that's not what I do. We have a CPA that we can refer you to. Please go speak with them. And to me, if that's happening, that is not financial planning. What that is known as vacuum planning. And what that is your investments are being held in this vacuum, your taxes in this vacuum, your insurance in this vacuum, your estate planning in this vacuum. What you need is a comprehensive planner to make sure they're looking at every little thing for you. And so here's what we do for clients. Is we say once we have that tax return, we want to show you exactly what we can project into the future. Of course, there are things we can't be aware of, but as we make these assumptions, our goal is not to come back to you and say, here's what we can save you in taxes this year. That is not our job. Our job is to show you, here's how much we can save you in taxes over the course of your lifetime. And that might be through a Roth conversion. It might be through saying, hey, do you do charitable giving? Because if you want to donate $10,000 a year to the Red Cross, for example, and if you're doing that every year, you are not being as effective with your giving. And did you know you can actually donate appreciated stock? Does it make more sense to do that? Do we set up your own separate foundation, which is essentially what a donor advised fund is? It's a fancy way of saying, can we do one big deduction? Can we do $50,000 deduction in 1 year, which can be forwarded on to future years so we can continue and use those as deductions? But the value of that is now your donor advised fund can do the giving for you. Now that's just one piece of this. Now Roth conversions. Why do we want to do Roth conversions? Does it make sense to move money from your IRA or 401k into a Roth IRA so all of the growth is tax-free forever? It very well make most sense. It's going to limit your required minimum distributions, so once you hit that age, which is 72 today and likely to be adjusted higher, well, all of a sudden there's less that's going to be have to taken out every year paying taxes on. So great, what strategies can we do there? We want to be proactive. We want to say, here's what we want to show you when it comes to tax planning. And we will be the first to say, tax preparers, a CPA, is wonderful at what they do. We do not replace that. What we do is we complement them and we work with them and we say, hey, we saw that you took this deduction. We're thinking about exploring this opportunity. What do you think of that? It's not a conflicting argument here. My job is to be on your behalf as the client and say, I want to help you save on taxes. Let me speak with your CPA to show you exactly how we can do that. I want you to have a super team. A super team in the sense that, great, we have an estate attorney that is in our corner. We have a planner who's looking at everything. We have a tax CPA, a preparer who is projecting exactly what happened last year perfectly so there's no mistakes. We are essentially a quarterback in your financial life. So this is what tax planning is. This is so often overlooked, which is why I harp on it in the industry and my podcast, because too many financial advisors, in my opinion, say that's what a CPA does, go see them. And I think it should be part of the planning process. So specifically, what are a few strategies? What are some takeaways you can actually take from this? Does a Roth conversion make sense? Should we move money from an IRA or 401k into a Roth IRA so that growth is tax-free forever so it limits our RMDs? that can be a great strategy. Number 2, do you do charitable giving? A donor advised fund might make a whole lot of sense. Can we take one big deduction and then give from that foundation every single year? Your giving doesn't change. In fact, it not only helps you tax-wise, but it also helps the foundation because they might be getting a larger amount. And by the way, they're not taxed on it. So those are 2 quick tips I want to leave you with from an action standpoint. And then at the very end, what I would invite you to do is to say, can I work with either someone like myself or another planner who does tax planning, so that you can go, oh my gosh, I understand the value from this and I don't know what I don't know. And the reason I say I don't know what I don't know is that's what most people say when they reach out to me. They go, Ari, I know that there's a whole lot to this financial planning thing, but I don't know what I don't know. What am I missing? And so when people reach out to us for our planning process, there's no cost. It's an understanding of what does it even look like to work with us. Let us show you that value before anyone works with us. So that's what it looks like. I wanted to just give you a sense of what does tax planning really mean? What can you expect from that? Well, what it is you're not just looking at any given year. We're looking at your lifetime and how can we lower your lifetime tax liability bill, because that is likely one of, if not your biggest, expense in retirement. If this was helpful, please share it with someone, with a friend, with a family member, so they don't pay any more in taxes than they need to as well. Once again, I'm Ari Taublieb, the youngest financial planner who loves retirement planning. Please comment if there's a specific video you want me to make, as well as like this video to make sure more people can save on taxes. And at the very end, I always like to say, tax planning is very, very important. But a successful life is not defined by how much you save in taxes. A successful life is, did you get to do more of what you want to do? Do you want to spend time with children? Do you want to travel? What's most important to you? A successful life is not defined by how much you save in taxes. That is something that we do to help you live your best life. So ultimately, have that perspective when looking at retirement planning. Once again, always happy to make these videos. Please comment, like this video, and share it with someone. I love that YouTube makes these videos free. Let's continue to promote so more people have financial freedom.